So new evidence of the Sinder Vtuber drama has just dropped. That's right, boys. The new patch is out. The bugs have been fixed, and it looks like more evidence of allegations out against Sinder. So hello, Vtubers and future Vtubers. Do you want to work in the industry? Well, you better expect to not have any real friends with this kind of crap going on. Let's get into it, boys. It appears that Sinder has been copying the Cerberus spite Vtuber the entire freaking time, and then having her fans brigade her. All right, boys, let's get into it. My experience with Sinder, the new Google Docs are out, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I've never seen anything this bad in all my years in the VTubing drama space. This is crazy, boys. It looks like there is an absolute apocalypse going on in the VTuber space. So let's get into it. Documents, Google Docs, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I love whenever they bring their receipts, guys. I love whenever the receipts are brought to absolutely just destroy someone's whole freaking career. Holy crap. Let's find out whether or not this is the truth, boys. We still got to wait on Sinder's response. But before that, let's get in all the information that we can on this so that we can make a freaking valid opinion. We can make a valid judgment on whether or not Sinder is absolutely a piece of crap behind the scenes. Okay, Spite here saying, I want to start by saying, please do not send any hate to anyone involved in this. I only wish to speak about my experiences and give more clarity on those experiences. You don't. You drop this because you don't care. You know what I mean? You got to admit that you cannot control the audience about how they're going to react to these kind of allegations and this kind of drama. But there's just no hope. There's no point to even saying it. It's just PR at this point. First and foremost, my love and admiration goes out to Nanolist for having the courage to bring this to light. Yes, baby. Nanolist dropping the freaking bomb yesterday against her own client. That's how bad it was, folks, that she dropped that bomb against her own freaking client. If you don't know, it appears that Sinder was absolutely going behind the scenes to steal her other VTuber friends and the ones that she was collabing with. She was stealing their artists and editors behind the scenes and talking crap about them and exposing all kinds of drama against them behind the scenes to get their artists not to work with the people that she was collabing with. Absolutely insane. Artists are the backbone of our community, and taking advantage of her goodwill personality is saddening to see. I want to take this time to address what has been brought to light involving myself and what I've experienced over the years that coincide with these events, baby. This is what I'm talking about. We need more people to step up with receipts of what has been happening behind the scenes. We need to know exactly what the heck is happening. I hate whenever people just come out with Google Docs that are lying. Well, guess what, boys? We're going to find out pretty soon, because Sinder's response is going to be coming. So if you want that to happen, if you want me to cover the Sinder response on this, well, then you like and subscribe if you want to catch that update. In this screenshot, VTuber is being talked about is very clearly me. Since the beginning of my VTuber journey, it has been written in my backstory and lore that I am the daughter of Cerberus, and through an unforeseen summoning mishap, the Greek goddess Hecate has, as many may know, Cerberus is the species of hellhound. I've always incorporated the number 3 into my designs to follow the 3 heads of Cerberus in my early design. And when artists were still learning new model and rigging techniques, I had opted for 2 other wolf heads on my shoulders as pauldrons to symbolically represent my other 2 heads. This is where she is claiming that Sinder has copied her design. However, we repeated the comments, if you're a Cerberus, where are your other 2 heads, had pushed me to use the broader term hellhound at this time. Fast forward months to a year into my journey, and I started to receive harassment and berating comments and chat messages on Twitch and YouTube videos comparing me to Sinder and putting me down for being a hellhound. Making that definitive switch to the Cerberus label brought me a sense of relief, because the last thing I wanted was to be constantly compared and harassed at this point. I didn't want to be associated with her due to all the negativity that had been thrown my way, boys. That's right, boys. She was being harassed for having a similar model to Sinder, and it gets absolutely crazy because Redacted and Sinder hate her for it, even though it is clearly not the case. Like a month later, unfollowed her on Twitter and started taking her ideas, Sinder's ideas, like the flames, and now she's basically rebranded to be more of a fire Cerberus using fire emojis all the time, shake my head, never did that before. It's funny because she used to call herself a hellhound, but stopped when Sinder grew past her, and now uses Cerberus or Cerber Pup, or whatever her lore says she is. I don't know. And Nanless here just says the unfollow is weird, redacted. Yeah, so it's like there was also unprovoked tweets from her like, I didn't copy anyone else for my design is all me, this is who I am. How is that unprovoked if she's continuously being harassed? That is crazy. That is anything but unprovoked, buddy. If she is being harassed and she drops a tweet saying that she did not copy anyone, that is not unprovoked at all. He continues here with saying like, huh? Who are you saying that to? Oh, LOL. On random Sinder clips on YouTube, there was one dedicated fan or someone else she knew, I don't know, that would comment on these clips saying like, when are you going to clip blank? Only Sinder clips. Dude, these people are petty. This is some high school drama crap. As for the claims of unfollowing her and taking her ideas, I debuted my Live 2.0 Live 2D model May 14, 2022 on the same day she decided to post her debut announcement for 1.0 Live 2D model. Leading up to this time, I didn't know who Sinder was at all. I had no idea she had fire in her ears or she was another hellhound. The creator space is broad. I still stumble across creators larger than myself that I had not heard of before. Never once stole her ideas. All I ever wanted was to try to be unique in my own way. So these claims that I was following her and then unfollowing and stealing her ideas are absolutely baseless and uncalled for. This is the tweet in question. Attention, now that my account isn't restricted, I can repost this. I'm dragging you down to the underworld May 14th established model reveal debut. This was in 2022, and then in June 2022, Sinder dropped this one. Okay, so it appears that they both May 14th, 3 p.m. estimation for my new model debut. They both dropped their models around the same time is what I am getting from this. We're going to get into it more though and find out the truth. Her posting her debut announcement trailer on the same day as my 2.0 debut seemed off, but I shrugged it off as a coincidence because things happen. However, this wasn't the last time something like this had happened. There have been multiple times where I have done something and either the same day or shortly after I was made aware or had discovered later that something similar had been posted, making me feel like I was being watched constantly. I tried my best to believe that it was coincidental and not ill-intended on their part. As we can see from the other documents from my last video, it was ill intent. It was way ill intent. It was beyond predatory, okay? I understand that in business that these people go after one another. You don't get into the position of Sinder unless you've chopped a few heads on the block. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't get to be in her position by being nice. These people are not nice. The only person I know that got to that position by being nice is like Iron Mouse and Silverveil, and Silverveil was involved in this with Sinder absolutely attacking her too. We're going to cover that next. There were many times when I designed a new outfit that I was really excited for, but afterwards Sinder would release outfits or models similarities to it. I didn't think much of it at first because it is normal to have some similarities and or shared inspirations with other creators. The VTubing community is a huge space and similarities are normal. I'm not speaking to whether my designs were taken as direct references for hers. I'm addressing the need for the unprovoked tweets mentioned in the screenshot above, showing that I made statements to make it clear that I was not stealing ideas. How can I copy something that was released, teased, revealed after my own? You hear that, boys? How can I copy something that was released, teased, revealed after her own? So it appears that Sinder was actually copying her, dude. Huge effing twist. All this freaking drama, all of her attacking her to try to make her not as big makes sense now because she copied her freaking design. I mean, I allegedly copied her design. Sinder has not posted a response, folks, but there are receipts in here to prove that Spite's model was first. So let's just get into it. I'm just drawing conclusions conclusions to what I have. Don't hate the messenger, hate the message. You know what I'm saying? On July 20th, 2022, my model mama and I worked on a comfy goth girl outfit. I had rips in my t-shirt, a G-string, shorts, and spike cuff wrist. 2 weeks after Sinder debuted a similar outfit, I included the earliest image that I could find of Sinder with this outfit. I received many negative comments about my design from people assuming that I copied her when I debuted it 2 weeks before hers. I got called off-brand Sinder and a bunch of horrible things. Just to clarify, boys, Sinder's model could have been first, but we are talking about the designs on the model being copied here. And very clearly, Sinder felt threatened by her. I mean, I think that is obvious. But, I mean, having two spike cuff wrists on your arm and being metal, you know, that seems like a normal thing. But the Firehound thing, yeah, that's a little suspect, boys. This says, sounds great. I'm happy with it. July 2022. And then what do you think of my new outfit? Sinder, September 14th, 2022. That is crazy, folks. That is way after. That's nuts. I discovered this merchandise that she used for the Uwu market and had to double take because of the gray blue skin tone used in the art. Several people thought it was me, and the similarities for this speak for itself, I feel. Yeah, they really do. They said, dude, these receipts are crazy. This is some of the most incriminating evidence so far that Sinder was a daggum animal behind the scenes. I'm talking like she was a predator, baby. She did not like competition. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, all the more to it, but you shouldn't be betraying your friends. Your friends are collabing with you, and they're thinking that they're your actual friends, when in reality, you're going behind their backs. I could understand if it was somebody she did not converse with at all. You don't get to be in that position by being nice, folks. You really don't. But doing it to your friends is a different story. As somebody else said, what does it matter if you reach the top by doing this if you're all alone when you get there? Isn't that just some of the saddest thoughts you've ever heard? On April 29, 2024, I designed a Greek goddess outfit on stream. I am a Cerberus VTuber, so it fits my lore completely. I mentioned that I may or may not get a future Greek goddess outfit because it fits my branding. After about 4 months ago, Sinder debuted a Heaven Okami inspired outfit that was white and gold, resembling a Greek goddess in the background for debut. She also included Greek columns. At this point, I felt like nothing I could come up with would be even slightly original to me. I'm aware that nothing is completely original, but I still wanted my own identity. That is completely understandable. You don't want to be copying someone. You want your own identity. That's why Paperbag Boy here went with the craziest thing he could think of, which was mono, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Paperbag Boy wearing a paper bag over his head. They just keep dragging me into drama. I can't get out of it. The Sinder docs keep getting released. There is 5 documents now of allegations on her. I cannot wait for Sinder's response. I hope she comes with receipts. I hope she comes with showing with proof, the timestamps of when these things happened. But honestly, boys, it's looking bad. It's looking like she was in direct communication with her manager, with Nanolist even sending her screenshots of what her manager said, and even in other documents showing that she conversed on the same issues. And guess what, boys? It's not the words that were the problem. It's not how redacted worded it. It is the intent behind it. So if freaking Sinder knew about the intent and was okay with the intent, she is still wrong. Okay, that is crazy. Let's keep scrolling here. On April 20th, 2024, I debuted a new model, my model mama. I got a hoodie with a cute design on top, and I had side bangs covering my eyes. On April 4th, 2025, Sinder debuted a sports hoodie with side bangs covering her eyes, similar to mine. Ooh, dude, I remember this Sinder design. This design was crazy. I was wondering how she even came up with it, but it looks pretty dang similar now, boys. It looks like she was copying her every freaking step of the way. She's a little villain like little Paperbag Boy. That's what I'm talking about. This is getting crazy, folks. I don't agree with this at all. I don't think that you should be copying anybody. I think that you should be your own person, okay? That's what people like. That's what YouTube and the internet is for, because there is no one else like you. And if you be your own person, then people that like the same things that you do will watch what you're posting, okay? That is okay. YouTube will find your audience. You don't need to copy anybody else. You just need to be yourself, folks, in all things. Plus, you don't want to get big being somebody that you're not, folks. There are some instances that I do not have screenshots of. For example, I remember posting about my first ASMR stream the day that I was supposed to do said stream. Sinder plugged her ASMR channel. I thought it was a bit suspect, but brushed it off. I don't have screenshots of the comments and bullying that I received from her community. There were too many that it became too much to keep track of, and just started ignoring them because I never wanted to save images of their words that hurt me. I didn't even want to read the harassing comments in the first place. I just wanted to be left alone and happy in my own space, boys. You know, a lot of people aren't like me. A lot of people can't reach out into other spaces and drama and get all the hate that comes with it, boys. I get a lot of freaking hate comments. It does not bother me at all. If you are a first-time commenter and it's a hate comment, I don't think anything of it. But if you are a long-time subscriber and you've commented 10 times or 20 times and then you leave one hate comment, that crap hurts, boys. That makes me think, man, dude, what did I do wrong? I look forward to your comments. They make my freaking day. You know what I'm saying? When you comment and you're a long-time commenter, and even if it's a new comment that's happy, it makes my day. So if I ever piss somebody off that's usually making my day, dude, that crap hurts. So you can't get away from it. So I get why some people like to stay in their own spaces. They don't like to branch out with drama, and spite is one of them. And now she is doing this. So why is it? Well, maybe because she was actually wronged. So let's get into it. I received a DM on January 25th, 2023. I will not disclose who the sender was without their consent. The sender expressed to me that they were getting bullied by Sinder and certain members of Sinder's community because she too had fire in her ears. I never responded to the DM because I wanted to stay away from drama as much as possible. Exactly, folks. I can understand why other people wouldn't want to be like me. I can understand it. It's perfectly fine. Hey, you popped up in my feed. Can I just say I love your design? I had a rather odd question, I suppose. Have you had any messages from the VTuber Sinder regarding your design? This may seem out of nowhere, but I'm only asking because I had made an OC like a while back, and I was accused by her and others of stealing her design because my dog girl had flames in the ears, and her fans claimed that was exclusive to her design. That's crazy. It was this whole big ordeal on Twitter, so I wondered if anything simpler had happened to you yet. I would like to clarify, I myself am not saying your design looks like hers. I was scrolling, saw your totally awesome design. When I saw the flames near in the ears, I had flashbacks and thought to myself, oh no, so I guess this was just my curiosity getting the best of me. Boys, that is insane. That is insane. There's no reason that you should think that flames in your ears are your image. Do you know what I'm saying? That's like me saying that if you do paper or plastic as good and bad, then that's my image. You can't steal it, boys. Anybody could take that. Paper or plastic is like a pretty big thing at this point. They ask it at every freaking grocery store, okay? Paperbag Boy don't have no issues. I'm just very saddened and disappointed in this situation. I had my suspicions about this, but I've never wanted to be a part of drama, so I kept quiet. I've also seen what happens when a creator stands up for themselves and receives major backlash, even if they're in the right. So I've never vocalized my concerns. I've always designed my own models. I've gotten inspiration from Cerberus with the chains and spikes, Disney's Hades, and because I call myself Goth Girlfriend. I was inspired by Sam and Ember from Danny Phantom, plus many other of our goth crushes that we've had growing up. I just focused on myself and my friends. Meanwhile, I had eyes on me the whole time. Well, it definitely appears that Sinder felt threatened by her. If she was watching her competition that closely, she must have felt extra threatened, baby. And it's crazy because Sinder is huge. She should not feel threatened by anybody, but she's crashing the F out now. Now it's coming down, baby. Now she's about to hit everybody else's level. These allegations with these receipts are freaking crazy. There is no way that she's going to come out of this unscathed, boys. I mean, it's not, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be attacking your friends. I think that she should just publicly apologize and say that she's going to try to do better. And on the things that people got wrong, that she was wrongly accused of, then I think that she should provide receipts for those so that she can get out of it a little bit more unscathed. But she shouldn't outright lie. We all know that she was in communication with her manager. We all know that she knew the intent of what the manager was telling these people, and that is what's wrong. It's not how the manager worded it, it was the intent behind it. Keep that in mind. Knowing that I was being watched and talked poorly about really hurts, especially when they never attempted to interact with me. I did my best to go through and find what I could and get appropriate screenshots. It's crazy because I didn't know who Sinder was until she debuted her live 2D model. I just wanted to exist peacefully as a VTuber and spend my time drama-free. I woke up this morning in shock. It's terrifying and hurtful to know that someone could attempt to blacklist me when I've never even spoken to them. I hope going forward that no one else has to experience anything like this. Thank you guys for being supportive towards me. I love this community so much. Please go and give love and support to all those who have been unfortunately involved in this situation. Please support Nanolyst, who was brave enough to speak up, and the VTubers who were affected. Please support my first model mama, the wonderful Maya Live, and also my most recent model mama, the wholesome REVT. Thank you for taking the time to read this, boys. This is crazy. This is crazy, folks. Yeah, boys, this is crazy, but we got a little bit more to get into. I just need your time for about another minute. In the next video, we're going to be covering this Silvervale's document against Sinder and Redacted. It literally getting her artist canceled, to people literally saying this. The nerve to send this moments before canceling Silvervale's art. Disgusting. Sinder literally hit her up after literally moments before canceling her artist. Hey Silver, I just got your gamer sub stuff in the mail and it looks amazing. It's so cute that we both have Nano's art on our merch since she's both our model mama. This is absolutely insane, folks. This is disgusting. I mean, literally 5 Google Docs now are out on this. Anyways, boys, that's it for me. Paper or plastic? You guys let me know down in the comments what you think. Paper or plastic? Paper being good, plastic being bad. Paper being that organic, crisp, good shit that we need in the VTubing industry, and plastic being that shit Sinder seems to be smoking and that her manager seems to be smoking. All right, boys, that's it for me. I'm going with plastic. She's plastic as fuck. This is a plastic bitch. She's smoking plastic on the freaking daily, boys. All right, that's it for me, boys. GG's, peace.